are Warpfire throwers, and you go and press 6.2.2. I realized I hadn't put an updated video out for them in a couple of years, so it's time for a fresh look at using green napalm to do bad evil things to Skaven enemies of all stripes with a bias toward quick annihilation of low to medium armored troops. Bigger targets just need more time in the oven. Recruited for 550 gold and 138 upkeep, a lot lower than many other weapons teams. They come on ultra unit scale with 32 entities, 2 Skaven teams counting as 1 entity each, and 3,936 health between them. It's probably multiples of 13 for all I know. Armor is 70, no resistances in stock form. Leadership of 50 is mid-tier, as in not terrible by Skaven standards, but there's less health margin for error to work with. Speed 38 and char speed 44 means that they're not actually slow or anything. Melee attack begins at 16, which is just plain horrendous, and attack interval 4.3 not being too bad is hardly cause for celebration. No splash damage. Melee defense of 16, weapon strength 18, split base 14, and armor piercing 4 are similarly horrendous, and charge bonus of 2 is flat out joke level. Mass is 150 per team. Ammunition shows at 72 on this card, but it's a third-party site data quirk, since the volleys of 4 are treated as 1 unit of ammunition in-game, so it shows as 18 ammunition. Range is 80, missile strength given as 117, comes with 3 quirks: Flaming Attack, Magical Attack, and Burnt, which slaps a -8 leadership debuff to enemies for 10 seconds every application. This is not a psychology attack by game definition, so undead and demons are not immune to it. While blocking units that are vulnerable to flaming and magical attack combined may be a severe challenge, the damage this can do to dryads, ice trolls, and so forth is indeed monstrous. In Warhammer 3, magical damage has no damage penalty against anything, but Flaming Attack sure does, so your prospects dim if using against the Fireborn or a Great Taurus or so forth. Each individual shot is 8 base and 3 armor piercing per impact, and each shot, remember, 4 per volley, has a detonation radius of 3, doing 20 base and 7 armor piercing damage within that radius for each detonation. The trajectory is fairly flat. Reload time between 4-shot volleys is 13 seconds default, kind of high. Total accuracy starts at 20, which modifies calibration distance 40 meters, or half the default starting range. Calibration area of 1.7 means that teams may struggle to spray a man-sized foot character, but do shockingly well against even mounted characters if they can be staggered, and especially if they're low-armored, like a human spellcaster. Penetration cap is small, so unlikely to pen against anything but infantry, but max targets penned after the first is 2, so these shots have some ability to spray bonus targets before the explosion deeper in the ranks, namely 2 bonus ranks in. It's there, we like it, it helps burn down enemy formations. In the redline skills, Blast Master at 3 pips provides plus 20% ammunition and 8% reload time reduction. Warp Smart gives rank 7 and up throwers, leadership plus 5, missile strength plus 12%, and that's for the direct damage, and 15% spell resistance. In the tech tree, Enormous Caches is a key tech offering -5% upkeep plus 25% ammunition. Ensure product quality as plus 10% range and plus 10% missile strength. Reject Poor Recruits as plus 2 to recruit rank. Requisition Protective Gear adds plus 10 armor. Before moving on, Ikit's Workshop can provide 3 benefits: plus 10% missile strength, a combo plus 25 armor and plus 25% fire resistance, helpful against friendly fire, and concentrated flame, which adds plus 10% range and grants bonus versus large of 8. Now, this affects the direct impact and not the explosions, but we started with 8 base, 3 AP for a total of 11. Adding 8 to that for 19, with the bonus damage split along the same base to AP ratio, is 73% bonus damage for the direct impacts. The bonus itself doesn't rise, but you still love adding it anyway, since it's potentially proccing on all 4 shots in one volley. So how do we use the Warpfire throwers? The Forbidden Workshop boosts sure help, but you're still limited by the low-ish armor piercing, but it's not so low you can't use it to great effect. Unlike Empire Swordsmen, Flaming Chaos Warriors makes your very similar missile strength splash damage, and even if the direct shot is blocked by a shield, the explosion won't be, so it is meaningful. You're making less progress than a pure armor-piercing unit would, but it's progress nonetheless. Keep thinking in terms of damage is damage. Also, the relatively low calibration area means you can pour a lot of fire onto a large target, and while it's an unfriendly example, a Hill Pit Abomination doesn't have the super high armor to not really feel it, plus anything that has old-fashioned regeneration has 20% fire weakness baked in, and therefore is ripe for overcooking until it is a black charred mass. Aside from special scenarios, you ignore physical resistance, and even an ancient treeman won't enjoy being burned down by flaming damage regardless, so you do what you can with it. Point is, if an enemy enters flamethrower range, you can hurt it, and if it's low armor, you can devastate it. That's the spirit with which you should approach the unit, and it's so simple I'll end the narration here. The results speak for themselves. Take care and have fun bringing your portable barbecue into the field.